everyone. Welcome to Build Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in entertainment. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Allie Colbert.
I'm Lucas Tim. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Today, we're going to talk about all the things millennials killed in 2018 and the top earning Christmas films of all time. Plus, M and Liz Box founders and creators Riki Meris-Koulouroudis and Effie Maris-Sakellis joined the table. And fitness expert Jillian Michaels also stops by to dish on her new book, The 6 Keys. But first, guys, did you know that there was a bird that used Alexa to order treats for itself? Did you guys read that story?
No, but I respect that bird.
I know, right?
Yeah.
His name's Rocco, right?
Yeah. And the owner caught it saying, like, Alexa, peanuts, or
Right.
nuts, or whatever,
cream.
seeds, ice cream, whatever.
If you just say that, does she order it if you hook up your Amazon account?
I think if it's already linked, it's, like, programmed to do that. Do you guys use Alexa, though?
I do not.
I use Google. I'm always like, okay, Google, play, thank you next. You know, but Alexa, I haven't.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like the end of the world starts because of a parrot and Alexa. Like I feel like that is the beginning of just robots taking over.
Well, remember when Alexa was doing that weird laugh randomly during and people would be like, "Oh no, my Alexa's haunted."
Yeah.
There was like a glitch, and the company was like, "Don't worry, we fixed it."
Or did we?
Alexa scares
or
me.
did we?
Yeah.
But I know little kids have done this, too. Like, little kids have used Alexa to order things, or order toys, or treats, or...
Yeah, there's
I don't know if people have it.
Little girl who got like a big, huge, expensive dollhouse for herself through Alexa, and I'm like, Jesus.
And I respect
This bird is a hack.
Yeah.
Anyways, according to both BuzzFeed and the Daily Dot, people are taking to social media to share pictures of weird items found in guys' bathrooms. From an orange substituting as a toothbrush holder to a framed picture of the Jonas Brothers and a curiously placed hairbrush amongst some pipes, men's bathrooms are unsurprisingly weird and random as hell. This is all the information I need to know to not date men.
So that brush is actually attached to a plunger.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm just thinking, like, what possibly could that be for?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
when you're plunging and your friend is also leaning over and you're like,
I think we have to look at
brushing their hair? Like, what's happening?
the intuition and this guy may be an inventor of sorts. So I think we are discouraging possible new ideas and new household appliances that this man may be trying to attempt to make.
I'm with you. I think he's not using this hairbrush for normal purposes. I think he's using it to scrub the toilet. I think he's using the hairbrush to get in there and clean it and then plunge it. Doesn't that make sense?
Yes.
I think that's not being used for head hair.
I would hope not.
God, I'd hate to be the guest that comes over like, oh, there's a hairbrush.
Yeah, can I use your
It's
brush?
definitely, he's using that as a toilet brush.
Right. Which is wrong because toilet brushes cost $2.
Right.
So, that would be a red flag. I'm like, homie, you can't afford a plunger, or like, we can't date.
Yeah.
Also, the contamination, like, I guess he's like, oh, I could just plunge and then switch it and brush, but you're actually splattering more shit particles. And you think that the handle's long because you don't want to be like next to the toilet. So his invention is flawed. He's actually spreading more caca, and he's gonna get pink eye.
Yeah.
It's not ready for Shark Tank yet. He needs to make some.
Right.
On this list, another one I thought was interesting. Somebody took a toothbrush and they made it their toilet paper holder. So that plastic thing must have broken, and then so they stuck the toothbrush. And I was like, that's a
little creative.
Yeah, I thought that was.
But I don't think that these these are inventions found from laziness, not creativity.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I like the Jonas Brothers picture, though. I think that's just, like, beautiful decoration. And honestly, if I went into a man's bathroom and he had that photo, like, we're gonna fuck.
Yeah.
See, I have the opposite reaction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I was like, I'm ready. I'm gonna play Burning Up, and we're gonna have intercourse right now, and our bodies are just gonna become one.
You come out of the bathroom playing Jonas, he's like, oh yeah.
I'm burning up for you, baby. I'm not surprised that she has that take. I was anticipating you to feel sort of that way about the Jonas Brothers photo. I also thought that the orange holder for the toothbrushes would be something that you sort of admired in some way, or you kind of liked, but what is your...
You know, I think it's kind of a waste of food. That's the only thing I don't like about.
You don't like to waste food.
Yeah, it's not realistic. It's gonna rot, you know. And the rotted food over something you put in your mouth is a little weird for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems unsanitary.
Bathrooms,
Yeah.
though, are incredibly personal spaces, and whenever you use someone's bathroom, you do get a glimpse of who they are as a person. So I think this is kind of invasive, though these people deserve to be made fun of because an orange for a toothbrush holder, that's weird. But I feel like whenever I go into bathrooms, in the bathroom, you always can kind of tell, like, if it's clean, if it's dirty, like how gross it is, what's in it. Like, I know people like look through cabinets to like what pills they take or whatever. I don't do that, but I definitely can like judge a person by their bathroom. If they have a washcloth available, like when you wash your hands, all they have is a towel. They're like, bitch, I'm supposed to use my hands on your towel you just used?
I hate that.
It says a lot.
Points knocked down in my head. People who are bathrooms like that.
Romantically, it can be a deal breaker for me.
Of course.
I used to date a man who would pee on the floor. Like, in front of the toilet, there was always like a little bit of pee. And I was like, are you an animal?
Did he
like,
not make it in time?
I don't know, but it was like every time. And his bathroom was
That's really
disgusting,
weird.
But then there was pee on the floor, and he was like okay with it.
That's kind of like 90% of the men bathrooms I go to. I go to their house and they're like, was everything okay in there? And I was like, yeah, except for the sticky puddle of what is like built up urine where all your man hair has now stuck to. So you know it wasn't just a one time, it's more like this like film that just lives there. That's very common. It's something that if you date men, you just have to like get used to, I guess.
Yeah, or break up with them like I did.
You don't pee
I
on the
don't
floor.
do that. So just for the record, everyone, my bathroom's pretty clean.
You don't miss, right?
I do not miss. It gets
Or if you do, just wipe it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Why?
It doesn't seem that. I don't think it's really hard to not.
You learn that when you're
miss.
2 years old how to aim. That's the thing you learn when you grow up as a little boy. It's like
My little
making the
cousins,
toilet.
my aunt would put Cheerios in the toilet and have them aim.
Yeah.
Smart.
It's a skill you learn, and you know.
I grew up with
Gotta-
3 older brothers, and there was never urine on the floor.
See,
Good.
This guy
there's
was
some good men
a
out
freak
there.
guy.
This guy's a barbarian.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Moving on. According to an article in Refinery 29, 2018 millennials are responsible for killing multiple things, ranging from bars to American cheese, sex, and more. What will go in 2019? We'll just have to wait and see what the year brings. So another article, what to blame millennials for, whatever. And most of it, I think, is like good riddance. Like, so when we don't eat mayo, okay, it's kind of.
Let's stop right there.
Ugh.
I eat mayo. I don't think mayo's going out of style. How else do you eat a turkey and cheese without mayo? That's just monsters.
I don't eat a turkey and cheese.
Yeah.
Why?
Once in a
Usually.
while,
Saying
mayo
like
is
that's
fine.
a bad thing. That
I
is
just
an
don't
American-
usually eat turkey and cheese. Is turkey and cheese a classic?
I think it is. Ham and cheese, turkey and cheese. You pick your meat. But
I like salami.
You pick your
classic
meat.
sandwich.
I don't know. I actually just read a study in the New York Times that deli meat can cause cancer.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
it's 100% cancer.
really,
There's
really
like
bad
slices
causes
of cancer.
No, it's best to not do deli meat.
Cool. You guys
Yeah.
trying to kill deli meat now? Like,
Well, that's
No, deli meat's trying to kill you.
Honestly, we shouldn't eat deli meat, but I get that it's nostalgic.
But why
Yeah,
should
but
I?
deli meat should no longer. We shouldn't eat it.
But in this article it said, why do I have to apologize for being classy and preferring wine over Miller Lite? Okay, I'm sorry I don't drink a lot of beer, Refinery 29, and people making this list. I'm not gonna apologize for it. I like wine.
I actually think that's interesting. I think that millennials like beer. I actually
I
feel
do
like,
too.
They like brewing companies. They like good beer. They
Yes.
don't like cheap bottled beer. That's the difference.
And that's what this list is saying, like American cheese, all this processed stuff's going out of style. Great, okay,
Well-
who cares? We're eating fresh stuff.
But let's go through.
I don't know why it's this
Let's
list.
go through it a little slower.
Yeah.
And also I don't know how accurate the list is.
Right.
So let's calm down about it. But bars.
bars.
Do you think millennials don't go to bars?
No, I think millennials do go to bars. It said 24 to 31-year-olds, 28% said they would rather drink at home. But when they ask them why, it's to save money and for community and to chill. So and to drink less. So it's actually like better reason.
But I drink everywhere. So
And
that's not
also
legit.
saying you would rather
I don't agree
Also, it
with
was
that.
only 28%.
But
so it wasn't
saying
the
you would
majority.
rather drink at home doesn't mean you're not going to a bar.
Exactly.
I go out every day. I would rather not be here right now, but I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like people who write these articles are just like jumping to conclusions. Like, cue the Lady Gaga meme where she jumps in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
like,
it's just like-
that's.
But like I said, it was only 28%, so it wasn't even the majority.
Right.
Again,
right.
to your
it
point,
seems
it
like
was just like
totally. And
a small group.
Shannon saying the cheap beer, mayo, American cheese, those are all things that like we have reached a place where we have better cheese,
Right.
better
Beer.
You know, we have aioli and fancy beer. Maybe millennials are woke.
Yeah.
And we know what's good.
Right.
But
we have standards.
Let's talk about the beer for a second.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever partake in a nice Bud Light?
I like beer. I like Bud.
Again,
I'll have a crappy
I still
beer.
throw down on like a cheap beer. Sometimes it's just easier if you want to have like a couple.
You throw down on a cheap beer with your turkey and cheese and mayo.
I've told you guys I don't have the most sophisticated palate, so I'll still mess with Lunchables on the rare occasion.
Yeah.
I love Lunchables.
And that's some deli meat. in its
Lunchables
worst
are really
form.
good. I totally agree with you, and I also know that if I disagree with you, everyone from Nebraska is going to be like, "Fuck that coastal bitch."
Those are my people. Thanks,
The
guys.
one that the more serious one, which there's been multiple articles about, is that people our age are having less sex.
Oh, yeah.
That is something that's like an interesting thing that I
That
think
is
has been
interesting.
proven in studies of millennials just having less sex due to, they said, smartphones, overstimulation, they're masturbating more. I don't know what's up, but
Pornhub. You blame
Yeah.
Pornhub for that.
what?
I think you got to blame Pornhub a little
Porn.
bit.
Yeah, Pornhub.
It's
yes.
so much easier to find sex on the internet than in real life for people.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking personally. I said that like very confidently.
Brittany's like,
Do you own a
easier.
sex robot yet? You gotta get a sex
back
robot.
But then at the same time, people are like, "Oh, millennials, like we're all about like dating apps." And it's kind of an interesting dichotomy between. It's like, what's really going on? Like we're all over the apps. We have all these partners, but we don't have sex. But we don't drink beer.
But I think
what are we doing?
Because it's gotten harder. If you guys remember that documentary Swiped, they were talking about, there's massive number of people, but like very few are actually connecting in real life. Very few are actually getting off the apps and meeting people in real life. So I think that probably breeds the insecurities of like, how do you even approach somebody?
We're
for
just
sex?
busy harassing each other.
Right.
Yeah, but then also I'm confused, like how are STDs going up if people are having less sex? So is it just like the people who are having sex or the people who already have the STDs and they're like, gotta spread them? Like, I'm so confused. I'm like,
Maybe.
Like these studies are like conflicting. Like it doesn't make sense.
But HIV in teenage pregnancy is down. The Atlantic article said that.
And
so.
divorce rates are
But
down.
chlamydia is up.
That's interesting.
That's true.
Gotta talk about these chlamydia numbers blowing up right now.
Chlamydia
Super
the
fun.
one that like guys carry, but they don't like show signs, and so it's easier to pass.
HPV.
Guys carry everything and they don't get any symptoms.
Yeah.
Again, male privilege at its finest.
Yeah. Pretty much
That's
is
real
it.
talk.
I hate
No, that's real talk.
Are there any things that millennials should kill in the future?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I
I'm
mean,
trying to think.
I
you guys
have a
think
very
millennials
political
should
answer
kill?
people are going to
I
not
know
like.
you do.
Yeah, what do you want us to kill?
He wants to kill like the GOP.
The current state of the Republican Party, I will say.
Oh,
the current state of
They're
it.
like, never
You're
thought.
like, we should kill war.
We should kill war.
I agree. We should kill war, guys.
And climate change and growing healthcare premiums. All sorts of fun stuff.
Climate change isn't real.
We should kill. I feel like we should kill like the hater like mentality of like bashing people online for no reason.
trolls.
I feel like we should really kill that.
Can
we kill trolls?
The troll. It's
Yeah.
so interesting, the type of person that is compelled to comment on some stranger about how
Right.
they hate
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Even as people I know, like real people, like peers of mine, will like tweet something so atrocious, and I'm like, Jesus, you know that person's gonna look up their name and read that. It hurts. Like, just be vague or like put it in your live journal or something.
Is it a
freak.
power thing, or like, or is it like it clearly it's an insecurity thing? But is it like having this power, this platform, just like comment on one of your videos something horrible, or to tweet something about someone, like because they have this power to do it, and I don't know. I was trying to get in the head of those people.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, I had this guy write to me something horrendous the other day, and then some other guy commented on it, and he was like, "This guy took it too far," but I agree. You are not funny at all.
I saw it on Facebook.
And then I commented back to him. I said, "Wow, I went to your profile. Your daughter looks like an amazing soccer player. I saw that a house burned down in your neighborhood. I want to send a donation. Where should I send?"
Whoa.
That was my response. And he responded being like, "Just be, if you put it out there, you got to take it. Sorry, you're not for me." And I was like, "You're an
So
idiot.
weird.
Like, why
I will
would you
say I
do that?"
do like yours. Is like I looked you up.
Yeah.
I found you.
I know where you live.
You have a daughter, and I know a house burnt down in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I could have read yours.
And if you don't
like,
take it down,
you're
I'm gonna
maybe
burn the next house, motherfucker.
I'm with you.
Exactly.
That was
the guy may be like, okay, she knows I have a daughter. She knows the house burned down in my neighborhood. Allie's gonna burn down my house. So in his defense, he may have read that wrong.
No,
But
he
know
didn't.
what
I
you're
was so nice. It got like 20 likes.
It sounded kind of like a joke.
I was trying to do the Sarah Silverman method where
Yes.
you kill them with kindness. Where that person texts Sarah Silverman and is like, "You are the worst Joop. And then she responds being like, how can I help you?
Right.
And they're like, my back really hurts. And she's like, I'll get you a doctor's appointment.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
You know?
But if you ever want to burn down a house, I'm there.
Okay,
okay. Wow!
Arson!
Yay! And now it's time for our first tip. Riki Maris-Koulouroudis and Effie Maris-Sakellis are the founders and creators of the Em and Liz Box, a subscription service that delivers high-quality products each month to young girls, fostering creative and imaginative play and expression. Here to share some tips for millennials on what to get your younger relatives this holiday season are Riki and Effie.
Woo.
Nice to meet you, Allie. Thanks for coming on.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, Effie. Nice to meet you.
Hi. So this is so exciting. Why don't we start telling me about what inspired you to make this box?
Well, we both are mothers of girls. The girls box launched first, and we were thinking that there wasn't anything else like it. As a girl mom, you're always so tempted to shop because there's so many fun products for them, and we thought not every mom has the time. We needed something that gets delivered to your doorstep, the excitement factor, and we curate the boxes every month to, nurture and encourage imaginative play and foster creativity. So it kind of sprung from a small idea, and we realized there was nothing like it on the market.
I love that. And you two were childhood friends, right?
Yes.
So when did you decide to become business partners?
About 2.5 years ago, we were at lunch and we were just chatting, and we both had this, we were discussing all the latest things we bought our daughters, which was ridiculous amount of shopping, and we were like, you know what, this is actually something that would be really fun to kind of package all together and make a product out of this subscription box. And that, I think it was that lunch that we just hit the ground running. We started filing for an LLC and just going. And yeah, the rest is
We haven't stopped.
history.
Yeah.
That's so
It
cool.
was such a necessary thing. I have a lot of nieces and nephews. I know we all have little cousins and little people we need to shop for this holiday season. I haven't started.
You are
So
late
what
to the
are
game.
some of
You
the
are late,
top
Brett.
trending gifts or things that we should look out for?
I mean, I'm sure you've heard of it or seen it online. The For Real Pets, I'm really into it because what kid isn't asking for a puppy? And no one wants to buy the real thing. It's great because it teaches them responsibility. It'll entertain them for hours, which is really why it's the best.
Okay.
And you can find it on Amazon. I mean, we just found out we were millennials backstage.
I honestly
really?
did not think I made the cut. I'm
Welcome.
super excited.
You're killing everything. Welcome.
We're ruining the world.
We are. But you know what? I like it. I would happily be a millennial.
Yep, God, we do all our shopping online. I mean, our mothers are like, oh, we need to go Christmas shopping. I'm like, have you heard of Amazon? Or have you heard of the Em and Liz and Zoom Kid boxes?
It's
we have a week to Christmas. You have all the time in the world in my eyes.
That's what I keep telling myself. The box have different themes.
Yes.
So how do you choose the themes and what goes in the box?
So we stay very much on trend, and as millennials, which I'm super excited about, we know what's on trend, and we stay on top of that. And so our theme is very much, whatever's current, whatever's in, and then our products. We know exactly what a little boy or girl would really hope to see on their doorstep. And we select products like that. And our themes also do link to seasons or holidays. Like we just did a winter theme for both boxes. We've got a Galentine box coming up for February. So we stay on time of year and trends. And that's really how we select
That's such a
what
good
goes
idea.
in.
I love that it's Galentine's.
Oh, yeah, we got to keep our
Little
girl
Leslie note.
Girl power.
Valentine's Day.
And we've got super buddies for the boys, too, because friends are important, and we want to remind the kids that.
Yeah, absolutely. And isn't the subscription element, I mean, I think that's really what's so great for kids because they can get tired of a toy pretty quickly and they want the next one. So that is really such an innovative part of this.
For sure. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and if you really want to get a bang for your buck this holiday season, be the aunt or uncle that gets them the gift that will happen, that will continue to come after the holidays have gone. So this is really fun. I mean, that's what we're noticing. A lot of our gift messages that we get with an order will say, like, we hope you enjoy this for the next 6 months, or you've got fun coming your way for next 3 months. And that's,
good idea.
that's something that keeps the kids engaged, excited, and looking forward to something.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about the gifts, how they're creative and they encourage self-expression. I mean, especially in young women, that's so important. What are some of the, how are some of the items doing that? Like,
So we like to include crafts, toys. Every box comes with stationery, so that it could encourage the lost art of letter writing. That's important for kids nowadays. And some toys, like we've given coloring books, again, what else? Envelopes where you can send the cards, like greeting card packets, crayons, sticker packs. We work with other companies to give coupon codes, let's say museum discounts, that sort of thing.
that's awesome. So many places to experiment and enjoy.
Yeah.
And as fellow millennials,
Thank you.
Thank you.
welcome. Do you have any do's and don'ts of the holiday season, like shopping? Because I do have to go shopping for my 10-year-old
Do
cousin.
not go to the mall this late in the game. It
Do
is
not
crazy.
step foot in a mall.
I would say, try to think outside the box. Like Riki did mention a couple of the really hot toy items, and they're great, but they're definitely just, a one-time product. You're not gonna get as much. I think thinking outside the box, like a subscription box or a gift card to a really cool place that they can go to, a museum, a lot of these pop-ups. I took my kids to the Trolls experience. They loved it. I know they do gift cards for that. There's a lot of fun experiences you can gift instead of just a product.
But these boxes are so great. I mean, and it's so honestly easy and lazy for the giver.
Well,
it's
that's
like I got you this really cool box, nothing to do with. Enjoy. I don't think any of it, but you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Leave it to us. We know
I don't know
what we're
what's in
doing.
it, but you're gonna like
You're gonna love it.
And
That's
I'm like,
the kind
I
of
need
gift
6
I'd
of
give.
these. Can you bring 6 for me?
You're good. You're good.
Just meet us in the green room.
I'll write your check. I just need them.
And can you guys tease us any themes or items that could be in the boxes in the future?
Yeah.
You want me to open this one up?
Yes, I want to see them. Yes, of course.
So our
Reveal.
January box was the Spatacular. So little girls have to pamper themselves too.
it's fun.
It's not just mommies and that sort of thing. So like we said, every box comes with the stationery and the insert. Yeah, and this one's pretty stacked. So we have our unicorn eye mask. What kid isn't into unicorns right now? Yeah, so do I. It took everything. We're sold out this month, unfortunately, fortunately. But we don't have these in stock anymore. We have this hair wrap.
I have one.
Yeah.
I have
These
that.
are great.
I love this. You have good taste.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a 13-year-old.
Glitter masks. We worked with Sarah Bell Skincare, which is all natural organic skincare. So it could be for 3 to 6 or our 7 to 10 group. Hair ties, nail polish, body spray,
Our favorite.
a bath bomb.
Our favorite.
Our
is
favorite
this.
is this here because it comes with nail polish and a file, and it's the holiday
It's a
spirit.
sapphire.
I love opening that at 25.
I would love
I don't know
that.
what's in my boxes sometimes 'cause I forget what I ordered, and that's exciting. So
Yeah,
this
that's
is pumps the
thrilling.
kid
It's
up.
Like getting a stocking, though, all these little things that you just love to use.
I'll give you a
Yes.
quick peek
That's
of
the
the boys. So the boys, we try to do a lot more of adventure and creative play. So here's our stationery. This is a pirate-themed box. This box came with these awesome markers.
I love those.
A top secret pirate journal for the boys.
That's so cool.
And then for them to go on an adventure, their make your own bandana, eye patch, gold to find.
I think I want the boy box.
That's cool.
Yeah, the boy box is really awesome.
Shoes, a sword pen to keep mark down your treasure maps, and this really cool kind of version of Jack's called Knucklebones, and it's fun. I have a 5-year-old, so he is heavily involved in selecting what's cool and what's not cool.
That is so
he
perfect.
loves
My
these
go-to
things.
is just ask Mikey because
Yeah.
I don't have a little boy. I'm like, just ask Mikey. If he likes it, we'll put it in there.
Yeah, he's very involved.
We actually work a lot with Melissa and Doug, and people don't know this, but they're the #1 parent-recommended toy brand for pretend play.
Yeah.
It was actually one of the gifts I would mention, other than subscription box, box or online or experience.
they're great.
They have great toys, all natural. It's an awesome
Yeah,
brand.
they have those little wooden toys, right?
Yes,
They're big for them.
yes.
Yes,
they're
they've
awesome.
got tons of that stuff.
so
And
cool.
crafts, so that's
Yeah,
a
that's
reason
big
we
for
work
us.
with them a lot, because their creativity kits really touch on a lot of the themes we're working with.
I love encouraging young boys to be creative. And
Yeah.
I wish I was like that, but I wish more boys were
Yes.
encouraged to
For
draw
sure.
and to imagine.
For sure, yeah.
Love that.
I think they make better men when they grow up.
Yes, I agree.
We need more.
Yeah.
We need more Lucases.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna get more with this.
Yeah.
This.
That's our mission, our new tagline. More Lucases.
I'm happy to sponsor you.
Thank you. We're doing a photo shoot after the show.
Great.
Can't wait. Well, Riki and Effie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
And everyone, make sure to check out www.emandliz.com to learn more about everything the subscription box has to offer.
Thank you.
There's no better way to ring in the holiday season than with a hot cup of cocoa and a classic Christmas movie. But only a few make the nice list, aka the highest earning Christmas movies list. At the top are Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Tom Hanks' movie The Polar Express. But the #1 spot goes to a beloved film about a young troublemaker who gets left behind during the holidays.
Who is it?
It's Little Nero, sir. I have your pizza.
Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here.
Okay. Well, what about the money?
What money?
Well, you have to pay for your pizza, sir.
Is that a fact? How much do I owe you?
That'll be $11.80, sir.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Cheapskate.
Hey, I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. 1, 2, 10.
A lovely cheese pizza just for me.
I do love that movie a lot.
Kevin.
Home Alone was a classic in my household, and to round out the top 5, it was Home Alone, the Grinch, Polar Express, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which, if you all are Pigeon Lady fans,
Yes.
like I was,
Pigeon lady.
I just recently watched that movie. No joke, the scene when he gives her that dove, I was crying, and I was like, I'm 25, so that movie's awesome. And then Elf, a classic Elf.
These are all classics.
Yeah.
So
What's
good.
your favorite, though?
Ooh, it's weird. I don't really watch a lot of holiday movies during the holidays, which I don't know why, but I really love Gremlins, because it's like a fun mixture of like, it's like goofy and scary, but it's also Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
You've never seen Gremlins?
No.
I think I saw
Oh.
like once when I was really little.
Yeah.
Like,
Really? Like, doo-doo-doo. You don't like that guy,
They
Gizmo?
scared me.
Oh my, he's so cute.
He's scary.
Oh, Gizmo? It's not scary. Wow. Okay, I'm 85. I am the pigeon lady, so I'm just gonna sit back and let you guys do your thing.
Every year, my family always watches It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, that's classic.
That's a classic.
That's a real,
real
classic.
classic.
Yeah, I love that movie.
But
It's so good.
Why haven't there been more modern movies after Elf? Like,
But wait, I want to tell my
Oh,
favorite.
sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
The Holiday. Do you guys watch The Holiday
Oh
with
my
Cameron
God.
Diaz and Kate
People
Winslet?
either love that movie or hate
I
that
watched
movie.
it this weekend, and I'll watch it like 2 more times before the season's over.
I don't think I've ever
and,
seen that.
And the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Yes.
That was like the most iconic one for me.
That's in the top 10.
Yeah.
All 3 of them actually are. But
Yeah.
the whole first one's the only one that's good.
What's your favorite, did you say?
Oh, I didn't really say. I really do like Home Alone 2, Lost
Yeah.
in New York. That's a really good New York Christmas movie. And like, I'm telling you, I love the Pigeon Lady. I used to be looking like, I want to meet
Isn't
the
there
Pigeon Lady.
someone else in that movie that you love?
Joe Pesci?
Oh, he's helped by a real estate guy named Donald Trump. That's Donald Trump's credit for helping children in that movie. But yeah, I want to know why there aren't more Christmas movies out there. Like, I feel like Elf's the last modern one, and that was like over 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Like feature films. I know Netflix has a lot of those prince
Yeah.
movies or whatever. I'm talking about like big Christmas
No, I know
holiday
what you're
films.
talking about.
I think it's like big shoes to fill. I think there's so much pressure to get people in seats and they're expensive, and maybe it's just like, why mess with a good thing if we have this like arsenal of amazing films?
Right.
I don't know.
I feel like Mrs. Claus needs a movie though. Can't she have an origin story, Mrs. Claus?
Maybe.
How'd
Maybe
you got married to
that's a
Santa?
good idea.
No, I feel like men would hate that. The guys who hated like the Ghostbusters reboot would be like, what? Mrs. Claus? No way, don't ruin my childhood.
Yeah.
He's like, what? What are you talking about?
But did you see there's a new movie with Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus and Goldie Hawn is playing Mrs. Claus? And I would watch that
wait,
movie.
That's coming out?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
You know,
I would do
want a
Goldie Hawn as
box
Mrs.
office
Claus. I
movie,
think
though.
that's amazing.
That would be really cool, yeah.
I think it's probably
Did
good.
you guys have a lot of people on your feed sexualizing that Santa, Kurt Russell as Santa?
No.
The people on my feed were like, I've never wanted to fuck Santa so bad. And I was like, Jesus. They were just like talking about like ripping his penis off. And I was like, this is crazy.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas! And now it's time for our next guest. Jillian Michaels is an 8-time New York Times bestselling author and certified personal trainer who has dominated the health and wellness space with TV shows, DVDs, an exercise streaming platform, and a podcast. Today, she's here to talk about her new book, The 6 Keys: Unlock Your Genetic Potential for Ageless Strength, Health, and Beauty, where she conquers the myths associated with aging. Everyone, please give a warm billboard welcome to Jillian Michaels.
Lucas.
Yes.
Hey, Allie, nice to meet
Lovely to
you.
meet you. This way. Okay.
Right in
Perfect.
here.
Excuse me.
The shoes look good, though.
Oh,
I mean, they
excellent.
look amazing.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Right. Let's talk
Actually, you're
about
killing it
priorities.
with the entire outfit.
Oh.
Love it. Thank you for joining us. So we're all huge fans of yours, and I think we all have a lot to learn from you. So let's just dive right in.
Okay, excellent.
You talk about the 6 keys. Why was this what you wanted to focus on with your next book?
Well, for me personally, I'm 44. And
No.
and you know, when you're in your 20s, you don't notice huge discrepancies with your peers, right? It's like you're all skiing down the mountain together, whatever. In your 30s, you start to see that some people are aging a little better than others. And in your 40s, people are saying things to you like, oh, I wake up so achy. My eyes just went. And I have perfect vision. I wake up fine. And it's this like, oh, you know, you just turned 40. Everything's gonna go to hell in a handbasket. And it's like, I'm 44, I'm still perfectly healthy and I'm as fit as I've ever been. So I wanted to understand, like, I'm not a genetic outlier by any stretch of the imagination. What does it take to age well? It's really an anti-aging book in the most politically correct sense of the term. That why wouldn't we want to look our best and feel our best for decades to come? So I began this kind of journey to try to understand, like, why some people are doing it so much better than others, and it turns out there are some pretty concrete answers to that, and that's what the book is about.
And obviously you're a well-known fitness guru, so we know the physical part is really important, but what are these other factors?
Yeah. Well, the book is called The 6 Keys because there is nothing in your genetics that tells you to age or to die. Mm-hmm. So then, if that's the case, why do we, right? So you have these 6 hallmarks of aging, these 6 body processes, things like stress adaptation, things like inflammation, your metabolism that can work for you and make you stronger, fitter, healthier, and even emotionally wiser, you know, have more empathy, blah, 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 right? Can go for you or can go against you. So then what is gonna turn those keys in the right direction? And yes, fitness is one component, and yes, food is one component, but then looking at your environment and all of the toxic stress we're taking on from the 11,000 liters of air you're breathing a day, or the stuff you're putting on your body that's going into your body, or the UV rays from the sun, and on and on. The lifestyle component of the people you surround yourself with, which is actually very dramatic. How it affects your mood and your emotions has an incredibly tangible effect on your age and your well-being. How much you're sleeping, your lifestyle, how much you're de-stressing. Things like meditation can actually add years. It's crazy. And I didn't believe it until I read study after study after study. But something like a 5-minute meditation daily can add years to your life and literally changes the shape and the physiology of your brain and your brain chemistry. So it's a holistic 360 approach to looking and feeling your best. And there are things in there you probably wouldn't expect, but a lot you may, like the food and fitness components.
God, it's
Wow. Yeah, that really is. I'm curious, now I want to like really read all of it, but what are some of the biggest misconceptions people have about aging?
That it is a genetically foregone conclusion.
Right.
That how you age, oh, I have great skin, well, my mom had great skin. So in the book, one of the keys is called your epigenome, and it's a fancy term, but basically what your epigenome does is it controls how your DNA expresses itself. So one of the things we talk about in the book is that you can control which parts of your DNA are getting choked off, or you can play a role in it, right? The things we don't want to express itself, like a predisposition to breast cancer, for example. And conversely, if your family has great skin, you can make that part of your DNA express itself by following sort of the path that's laid out in the book, right? The lifestyle, the mind, body, the food, the fitness, and what have you. So again, it's people think like, oh, well, it is what it is and there's nothing I can do. And that's completely untrue.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do, and hopefully I'm living proof of that. But even when we look into the landscape, you know, this is what I just keep saying. Why does J-Lo look like J-Lo at 49?
Please.
And yes, I know she works hard at it, right? But we can all work, maybe not as hard, but we can all take steps in the right direction. And she's not the only one. She's just another great example.
Right, yeah. I think people tend to focus on the food and the working out, obviously, as the two of the six. And I am curious, what do you do to motivate yourself to work out when you're not in the mood?
Well, in the sort of mind-body component of the book, we find that people who have purpose in their lives are living decade plus longer. So you can say, well, they've got meaning, they've got this motivation, but how is that combating things like autoimmune issues and cancer and diabetes and heart disease? And again, it has this very tangible effect on your physiology, the length of your telomeres that protect your DNA, and so on. So basically, you have to think of it as a purpose for everything. So if you have a purpose to tolerate the work associated with the goal, work with purpose is passion. Work without purpose is punishing. So defining your goals and forming an emotional connection to them is what keeps you motivated. And that's where you're gonna say, all right, I really, really, really want pizza tonight, but I really, really, really want skinny jeans, a two-piece instead of a one-piece, to look great in my bridal gown walking down the aisle, to walk my kids down the aisle in X amount of years, to live to be 100, to meet my great-grandchildren, to see humans land on Mars. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it matters to you.
Yeah.
And that's what allows us to tolerate the work. Anything worth having is work.
Yeah.
You know, I could lie to you and be like, oh, it's the one thing, I swear, and it's amazing. You just do this one thing and you will look incredible and that's it. But you'll get the results, but you do have to work for them. And to work for them, you've got to want them.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the purpose doesn't come until you have a health setback too, unfortunately. Which is why I love your message of like 20s and 30s, because even in my 30s, I've had some health setbacks, and I've been so much more conscious and serious about eating better and working out, and it shouldn't take that. But I think for a lot of people,
in some cases it does. You know, look at President Clinton. He had like a quadruple bypass, and he was like, all right. He stopped cruising through McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know, that ended. So, you know, if it does require that rock bottom moment, I think J.K. Rowling said it best, right? Rock bottom is a fantastic foundation to build the rest of your life on top of. But look, people have said, oh, well, am I too old? Is it too late? No, you're never too old and it's never too late. Would I like to catch you in your 20s? Hell yeah. I mean, the first person living to 200 is alive right now. It's a matter of kind of catching them young and getting them on the right path early. And
crazy to think.
So
it's you, Allie.
True,
it's
though.
you.
I think it might be me.
If the planet makes it, like,
no, it's not me.
It could be you.
She was like, hang out with your grandkids or pizza. I was like, pizza.
We gotta revisit that why. We gotta go back to that.
We're working on Allie's purpose, okay? We're working on it.
So arguably, like, whatever it does take to get you there, you know, that can be one source of motivation, is you have kind of a wake-up call. But I would also hope that people are motivated by desire, just wanting to look and feel their best. And I know 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds that want to age well, just in a lot of cases they're going about it in ways that are counterintuitive. You know, things like, and I'm not judging, right? But like things we think are going to help fight aging, like botulism.
Yes.
Like, may actually be aging you faster. So it's, you know.
Like I've met so many people, like when I was living in LA, the low 30s, like, yeah, I just get Botox to prevent it. I'm like, your face can't move. I don't know what you're preventing here, but you're 30 years old.
Hey,
Okay.
what's wrong? What's wrong?
Like, ways to prevent, like, yeah, I would
Just-
much rather like prevent, like, let's take a more holistic
Right, yeah.
approach.
Do some meditation, eat
Not
some
that
salad.
I'm judging, I'm absolutely 100% not, but there's another giant misconception for
Totally.
me, so we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So do you have like any advice? Because I feel like those decisions come from fear of comparing yourself to others and not, stacking up compared to what you're expected to look like at a certain age. So do you have any like advice on how to deal with that fear and the insecurity that you're not aging well?
It's just like weight, right? It's like, I'm beautiful at any size. Yes, of course you are. Are you healthy at any size? No. You're not. So, like, should you love yourself at any size? Of course you should. And the point being that then we can take steps to get you healthy. Like, I'm never going to tell you clogged arteries and, like, widowing your wife is healthy. There's nothing beautiful or healthy about that concept. So, while, look, is it okay to have gray hair? Sure, if you want to. But if you don't want to, we can keep those pigment cells from dying. So, there are answers. Like, for me, like, I'd like to keep my skin looking good. I'd like to keep my hair, like, I have 0 gray hair.
Wow.
It's not like, again, like, I don't have any genetic special powers. It's just that I know and have practiced for many years how to preserve my body. So it's up to you. Like, if a person wants to look and feel great, like, then by all means. If you're like, no, don't tell me what I need to look like, again, that's totally up to you. For me personally, I want to look great and I want to feel great at 40, 44, 45, 46, 47, 50, and so on. But it's not because I care what other people think. I care about how I feel in my own skin. And I'm really not very interested in cancer. I'd like to avoid it.
Fair.
Yeah. So while we were talking about the outside, we're also talking about things like Alzheimer's. How are we going to remove the amyloid plaque in our brain that leads to things like Alzheimer's? I don't want to forget my kids' names. It could happen. I'd much rather it happen at 110 than at 70. So it transcends the physical. Yes, the physical's there, and it might be a sexy selling point, but it is a much bigger picture. And what's going on the inside is reflected on the outside.
Absolutely.
In many cases.
Yeah, we're going so deep.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
I love it.
I luckily work out like 5 to 6 days a week, and I'm very happy. I've gotten in good shape, but I try to always find new ways to work out. But I have the time. I'm 25, and my job is literally sitting on this chair and talking to people. You're a parent. You're a New York Times bestselling author. You have TV shows. You do so many things. What's your regimen like, and how do you find the time to do what you need to do?
It's very easy to tell people what to do, just like you said, right? But telling them how to actually do it. It's like, well, how do I believe in myself more? How do I love myself more? How do I make the time for myself? So there's something I ask people to practice in the book, and I call it the 12-hour rule. And it's literally logistics. If you sleep 8 hours a night, which is find a way to do it.
Right.
I mean,
Game changer.
It's a game changer. Literally, you will look better, feel better, immunity, vitality, energy. It's just find a way to do it. If I can do it, everybody can do it. Shut off the computer, turn off the TV. So if we're sleeping 8 hours a night, or even 7, but let's say 8, you're left with about 112 waking hours in your week. Okay, you're a single parent, and you've got kids, so now we're super busy, right? We're alone in this journey, and we have children and a career. So 50 hours goes to work. 50 hours goes to shuttling the kids back and forth to soccer, taking the dog to the vet, getting the oil on the car changed, picking up the dry cleaning, and you're running around like crazy. But it leaves you with 12 hours a week. And I know that sounds like, some people are like, that's not enough, how can I get it done? Other people are like, how can I find it? If I can find it, again, you can find it, this is how. And I schedule those 12 hours, it's 4 half hours of exercise. Even if it's in my living room, I don't care. I'll do burpees and squats and push-ups and hang a pull-up bar, dips off the chair. Whatever it requires, I'll do it. It's not that hard. So there's 2 hours. Another 2 hours might be brunch with a friend on a Sunday. Another 2 might be a date night. We're now at 6. Excellent. I've got a doctor's appointment one week. I'm getting my hair cut the next. I've got a dentist appointment the next. And it allows me to manage like my basic hygiene and well-being. We're now at 8 to 10 hours. And then you've got several hours left over for hobbies, reading a book, getting a bubble bath, getting your nails done, and over the course of that month, you have 48 hours of self-care? Is it ideal? No, there's no such thing as ideal. Is it enough to keep the wheels on the bus? Yeah. I mean, again, I go back to like, if I can do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, she's got this, she's got that. I have a co-parent. I have an assistant at my job, but I do it all.
Yeah.
Not perfectly, by any means. I'm sure my children will have tons of feedback on that in the years to come, but nevertheless, it's enough, right? So it's abandoning that concept of perfect, and that's really how I recommend going about it. Very literally is dedicate 12 hours a week to your self-care.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do that.
What
are your guilty pleasures, though?
Did you have a cheat day?
Yeah.
I don't believe in the concept of cheat days.
I knew you'd say that.
And in fact, but it doesn't mean I don't believe in indulgence.
I agree with that.
That's why I said guilty pleasures, because I know
Right?
it's all about balance.
Yeah.
That is the overarching theme.
Oh, I know. I read some of it.
That
It's about balance.
Literally, it's staggering what emerges over and over and over again. It's like more than 9 hours of sleep, health problems.
Okay.
Less than 7 hours, health problems. It's crazy. It's like drink too much coffee, health problems. Drink the right amount of coffee, organic coffee, oh my God, improves cognitive function, has polyphenols and antioxidants. Same with alcohol, same with food. Not enough food breaks the body down. Too much food makes you sick. The theme is balance, and common sense, and taking a holistic approach across the board. That really is the answer, and we've gotten so far away from that with these ridiculous like keto and crazy workouts and thinking more is more. Put the word TOO in front of anything, too much or too little, and you will have anarchy with regard to your health.
Yeah. Well, Jillian, I think we could talk to you forever. You have been so informative, and I cannot wait to get all the way through the book. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank
for
you so
joining
much.
us. And you can pick up your very own copy of The 6 Keys wherever books are sold starting today, so go get it. That's all from us. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same table.